All right, joy-based action. Sometimes even that may sound like something that doesn't make any sense. Joy-based action. How can I be taking joy-based action? Well, in order to take joy-based action, you must first be able to perceive joy, okay? And being able to perceive joy is a result of looking at all of the things that are going right. The human mind, the ego mind, wants to consume itself with things that are going wrong because it is designed to be a solver. It wants to solve problems. So because it is designed to solve problems, it is constantly scanning for problems. Thank you. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for liking that live TikTok. And something that I talk about all the time is that the mind is great at solving problems. It should be solving problems because this is what it's designed to do. However, it is not designed to identify problems, okay? Because there are no problems. There are only opportunities. And when the mind can take a break from trying to lead us to find the problems and then solve the problems, we now are operating in a completely different capacity. We are operating in our God state. We all have access to a God state because God lives in each and every one of us. God lives in the trees, the birds, the lizards, the bugs, the sun, the moon, the stars, the wind, okay? God is omnipotent, which means that God also lives within us, which means that we have access to the God that lives within us. So when we are able to turn away from the things of this world and identifying as the things of this world, we are then more equipped to identify with the God that lives within us. And when we can start to identify with the God that lives within us, we will find that our circumstances will begin to move without us having to do a lot of forcing and pushing and efforting. Thank you for continuing to like the live. So when we can say, okay, you know what? My life is not exactly how I want it to be. I wish I looked like this. I wish I had this amount of money. I wish I lived in this place. I wish I drove this thing. I wish I was able to wear this thing, right? All of these external things that we want from ourselves. We have been trained. Thank you for the roses, Abundant Aubrey. I appreciate you. We have been trained that in order to get all of these external things, it is based on, there is a correlation between what we are doing. And again, this is not to say that what we are doing doesn't matter, but what is even more important than what we are doing is the person that we are being as we are doing them. And this is where joy-based action comes in, because instead of doing things because we think they're going to yield us a certain result, we should be doing things because they create excitement and enthusiasm within us. Because our excitement and our enthusiasm is an opened and surrendered place for blessings and miracles to happen to us. If you take a moment right now to think back over your life and to think of all the miracles and blessings and serendipitous moments that happened to you, were you in the process of trying to make them happen? Or were you in the state of probably not even thinking about them, maybe have even forgotten about them? And then you just look up one day and you're like, oh my gosh, wow, I always wanted this to happen. This is amazing. So when we can start to get clear about the fact that the correlation does not happen between our action and our results, it happens between our perspective and our results. Am I truly expecting this thing to happen? I had surrendered. Yes. Yes. You had surrendered. Sometimes you had even given up and thrown your hands up and said, you know what? I don't even care anymore. It doesn't even matter. Whether I get it or not, I don't care. And typically when you throw your hands up, when you surrender, is when you are now releasing the energetic resistance to the thing. And I always talk about this metaphor of when you're in proximity to a needy person, right? She said, that's good. Yes, God. When you're in proximity to a needy person and they need you to call them and they need you to tell you that you love them and they need you to need. What do? You're kind of like, you're getting on my nerves. Okay. The same thing is happening energetically with whatever it is you are obsessed about having to have. I have to have this relationship. I have to have this partner. I have to have this money. I have to have this number. I have to have these many followers. I have to have this much income every month. I have to see this number in my account. Then I'll be able to be okay. Versus being still and knowing that everything that I desire is already mine. It is on its way to me. I don't have to worry about how. I don't have to worry about when. I don't have to worry about where, because I have surrendered control and I am allowing God to do all that heavy lifting. I am deciding that I am going to stop minding God's business because it's causing me to be anxious. It's causing me to be depressed. It's causing me to be miserable as I am moving throughout my days. It's causing for me to look at other people and what they are or aren't doing for me. It's causing me resentment against other people because of what they are or are not doing. Yes, God, get the journal out. Yes, yes, yes. Needy feels heavy. Exactly. Good afternoon, my queen. I see your strength, light, and beauty, which I find remarkable, my love. Thank you so much. Sheesh, I had to tattoo that on myself to remind me. Be still. Yes. Being still and knowing. Okay. And for anyone who does not know me, I usually don't go live around this time. I had some things I had to handle this morning. My name is Megan. I am the CEO and founder of Yes God Wellness, which is a holistic health brand dedicated to the mind, body, and spirit connection. Also dedicated to helping people remember that they have God within them so they don't have to want for anything. All we have to do is be very clear about the outcome that we desire and then just remain open, flexible, and surrendered about how it's going to happen. And the way that we do that is by being willing to follow our joy. Being willing to do things because they excite us and they cause us to feel enthusiastic. Even when the mind tries to come in and say, oh, you shouldn't do that. That's stupid. What are they going to think of you if you do that? What would so-and-so think? That's not how that happens. That's not how that works. It's going to take you 20 years before you're able to do that. So all of these things that the ego mind wants to come in and control and restrict and hold on to, we say, I'm releasing it. We say, thank you, ego mind, for being here. Thank you for allowing me to perceive life. Thank you for giving me this personality, this sense of humor, this wit, this problem solving. But also, we're going to put you in your rightful place as the servant and not the master. You do not run us. The God within us runs you. You are to work for the God within us instead of trying to have the God within us work for you. It's very restrictive and limiting that way. Any advice with knowing this is going through a parental, platonic, and romantic heartbreaks all at once? Yes. So relationships, okay? Relationships can be very painful and they can be very revealing about us and about the idea that we need for them to go a certain way in order to be fulfilled and content and happy. So the way that you manage your relationships with other people is you stop focusing on them and you start focusing on the relationship with yourself. Because your relationships with other people are simply a mirror of the relationship that you have with yourself. Okay? You have to, instead of looking for other people to validate you, to appreciate you, to love you, to honor you, to listen to you, you need to start doing that with your own self. Start loving yourself. Start appreciating yourself. Start validating yourself. Start forgiving yourself. Okay? Start affirming yourself. And this is what Yes God Wellness is all about. This is what the affirmative prayers and the self-concept rampages are about, is all about self. Because God is within me, and I am going to ensure that my relationship to the God within me is representative of exactly what it is. Perfect, whole, worthy, complete, regardless of relationship, regardless of circumstance. And I do have a community called the Quantum Prayer Circle, where this is what we practice and this is what we condition ourselves to remember. We meet every single day. We just had our meeting today at noon. It has been such an incredibly transformative space. It's really blowing my mind, honestly, because it's one of these things like I'm talking about that I just allowed to be revealed to me. I didn't strategize. I didn't plan. I didn't, force this thing to happen. I was open to the infinite possibilities, and the possibility that was brought to me by someone else was, hey, you should have a prayer circle, please. And I created a prayer circle, and it has begun to, it is continuing to evolve. We do group assumption sessions with each other where we come together with the power of assumption, the power of our imagination, and we begin to imagine the outcomes for people. We don't concern ourselves with how they're happening, because that is something that as human beings we have to learn how to let go of. Needing to know how, having to know how before we take the next step. It's not necessary. And as a matter of fact, it's very limiting, and it causes a lot of suffering when you have to know how something is going to play out before you're willing to move forward. This is why joy-based action is so crucial and so powerful, because it is in your joy, it is in your excitement, it is in your enthusiasm where things are flowing to you because your energy is open. When you're doing something because you have to have a certain outcome, your energy is very restricted. It's a constriction. And so you have to be willing to open that through gratitude, open that through joy, open that through best case scenario, open that through looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, Megan, I love you. You are amazing. You know that? You are so beautiful. You are so brilliant. You are so talented. You are so smart. You are so warm and charming. You have some really great boundaries that keep the right people in and the wrong people away. I love how willing you are to step up for yourself and to affirm yourself and to love yourself and to protect yourself. The things that you're waiting for other people to say to you, you need to begin to say those things to yourself. Stop waiting for other people to respect you. Stop waiting for other people to appreciate you. Stop waiting for other people to love you. Stop waiting for other people to see you as worthy and valuable and enough. Start to see yourself that way. Because when you begin to see yourself that way, other people will naturally begin to see you this way. Okay? This is why we end up in toxic relationships, because we don't have a good self-worth. We are holding on just so that we can have a connection, not being concerned with the quality of the connection. And this is something that I constantly say. There's no such thing as a relationship issue. There's only such thing as a self-worth issue. Because if you loved yourself, if you honored yourself, if you cared for yourself, and if you saw yourself as worthy and enough, there are certain things that you just simply would not tolerate. There are certain people that you just simply would not engage with. The fucking end. All that over analyzing and trying to, I wonder why they're doing, because it was because of their childhood and their trauma. Who fucking cares? That is their problem. That is their assignment. You need to worry about your childhood trauma and the reason why you're doing things. The only person you need to be over analyzing is yourself. The only trauma you need to be trying to process and figure out is your own. You do not need to be concerning yourself and understanding why other people are or are not doing something. The only thing that you need to be understanding is, why are you engaging with someone who is not showing you the same level of love, care, and concern that you should be having for yourself? This is it. It's your responsibility. You are responsible and accountable for the relationships that you have. Okay? We got to stop looking at other people and trying to say, well, they should have done this, and why didn't they do that? Well, maybe if their dad, I know why he's unavailable and avoidant. Who gives a fuck? Leave him alone. Why are you willing to deal with someone who's avoiding you? Girl, you're calling me out. Wow, sissy. Yes, God. Girl, I'm calling myself out. Y'all think I'm saying this because I don't know? Because I haven't experienced it? Because I didn't have to go through my own stuff and look at my own self and take accountability for my own self for why I felt like I needed someone else to or not do something? I'm not speaking anything that I have not experienced. And you have to be willing to call yourself into accountability. Okay? Stop worrying about that person and why they are or not doing nothing. It's none of your fucking business. You are doing nothing but distracting yourself away from what truly matters, which is you. Why am I willing to deal with someone who doesn't text me back? Why am I willing to deal with someone who gives me bare minimum? Why am I having to convince somebody to see my value and my worth? It's because I don't see it in myself. Let's keep it a buck. Yes, we're challenged to have more self-love, more self-respect, more self-worth, more self-accountability, more self-discipline. Okay? We have to be able to give ourselves the things, because this is what happens. When we give ourselves something, guess what? We don't need shit from nobody else. And you know what happens to people that don't need nothing from nobody else? They get everything. They get everything from everybody else because they don't need it. The person that needs everything gets nothing. The person that needs nothing gets everything. Let me say that one more time. Thank you, God. That was a good one. The person that needs something gets nothing. The person that needs nothing gets everything. Be still and know. It says in scripture, he who has will be given more. He who does not have, even what they do have, will be taken from them. Stop needing life to give you something. Yes, God. Thank you, Natasha. Stop needing life to give you something. No one, life does not owe you anything. You owe it to yourself. That man doesn't owe you. That woman doesn't owe you. That job doesn't owe you. That client doesn't owe you. That ex doesn't owe you. That parent doesn't owe you. Nobody owes you nothing. You owe yourself. You owe yourself to value yourself. You owe yourself to honor yourself. You owe yourself to perceive yourself as who you truly are, which is one with God. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what harm you've experienced. I don't care what harm you have inflicted. I don't care about anything that has happened to you or through you. I want you to start to remember to be still and know that I am one with the all that is. That means I am already whole. I am already perfect. I am already worthy. I am already enough. And if someone else can't see that, that is their problem, not mine. I'm about to call you LMAO. Yes, God. Yes, God. Okay? So, and be sure that you are being in proximity to this type of messaging. You don't need to be taking in content that's telling you you're not enough. You don't need to be listening to love songs about, oh, baby, I did you wrong. Okay, no, we're not doing any of that. We are listening to only affirmative, only I am enough, only I am perfect, only I'm the best, only no one can do it better than me, only I'm always chosen. Why? Because I'm always choosing myself. I come first, okay? No one else's opinion matters more to me than my own opinion of myself. I don't give a fuck who it is. I wouldn't give a damn who it was. I'm supporting the first 5 people who messaged me tough times. God bless y'all, sir. I'm about to call you. Thank you. I needed to hear this reminder. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. So this is what we are doing. We are doing a retreat to really embody and remember this. We are going to Bali October 20th through the 26th. We would love to have you join us because it's real in the field. Okay. And it's going to be amazing. We are going to be meditating. We're going to be regulating our nervous system. We're going to be reprogramming ourselves. We're going to be in the rice fields. We're going to be doing water purifications. We're going to be in the gardens. We are going to truly be taking that time, investing in ourselves. Instead of trying to invest in everybody else, we're going to invest in ourselves to remember who and whose we are. We have to begin seeing ourselves the way God sees us, perfect, whole, and complete. I don't care what religion told you were born in a sinner. That's a damn lie from the pits of hell. And it was told to you so that you could be malleable and manipulated in order to go along, to get along with that program. Okay? The only thing you need for the retreat is a 25% deposit. It's tax time, y'all. Don't worry about going getting all that external stuff. Be willing to invest in yourself, in your heart, in your identity. Instead of trying to get the clothes and the makeup and the car and the house and the TVs and all the things on the outside, be willing to invest on the inside. That's the part that matters. Okay? Because when you start to invest on the inside and you start to get the identity right, all that other shit's going to fall away. Why? Because you're not going to feel like you need it anymore. And remember, when you need something, you receive nothing. When you need nothing, you receive everything. Man, I'll be in London and I'd love to be on that treat. I wish you would. I need this as someone going through major heartbreak all across the board who is swim coach and truly passionate about what I do. Yes, God. Where can I get more info on the retreat? Go ahead and check out the link in my bio. You can join us in the prayer circle there, and you can go ahead and secure we still have some early bird pricing for the retreat. Go ahead and check out the link in the bio. All the information is there. I am very intentional about energy transfer, so I would love to attend. Yes, materialism is BS. Yes. And it's not to say that there's anything wrong with material things, right? Because I think that we all deserve to have luxury. That's another thing. I had somebody on my comments say, I can't watch this because I don't want to be a millionaire. Why would you not want to be a millionaire? Why would you not want to have the resources to be able to give? Right? It's not about being a millionaire for the sake of saying that I'm a millionaire. It's about being a millionaire because I want to give. I want to be a vessel which God's love and light comes through. I want to take my passions and give them on a bigger scale. There's nothing wrong with material. It's when we make material, we put it up on the pedestal. It shouldn't be on the pedestal. It should be something that we get to enjoy because abundance is our birthright. But it's not something that we should hold on to as if it means something about who we are. It doesn't mean shit. It's nice to enjoy, but it doesn't define us. All right, so I want to be clear. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with material things or nice things or luxury things. It's just that they do not define you. You are defined already as whole, perfect, and complete because you are one with God, because God lives within you. The end. Okay, I want some luxury and the knowledge of how to produce the money. Yes. And so in order to do that, you have to open yourself up to be a vessel. I want to be a vessel for your abundance, God. I want to be a vessel for your prosperity. I want to be a vessel for your love. I want to be a vessel for the perfect peace that only you can provide. I want to be a vessel for respect. I want to be a vessel for appreciation. And the way that I can become a vessel is to first start appreciating myself, respecting myself, loving myself, prioritizing myself. Stop worrying about what other people are or are not doing and why they are or are not doing it. Because the best way that I can influence other people is by embodying what it is that I'm looking for them to do or be. You filled my birthday with wise reminders. Thank you kindly for sharing your lived experience. Happy birthday, Lisa. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lisa. Happy birthday to you. And happy birthday to all the Aquarians. Man, I just got to say, man, Millionaire Meg got that ring to it. Yes, got it, do, right? Also, DJ Maggie Matt, because I did take my first DJ lesson last night, and your girl is about to be... Honey, I got some... I'm excited, okay? Doing things that cause you joy. Doing things that you're enthusiastic about. Not for the money. Stop doing things for the money. Start doing things because you want to, because you feel like it, because you're excited about it, because you're enthusiastic about it. You would be amazed. Money wants to come where there's excitement, where there's joy, where there's gratitude. Money does not want to come where there's neediness. I need it. I need the money so bad. I need it. That's not the energy that money is drawn to. Money is drawn to joy. Money is drawn to gratitude. Money is drawn to respect and honor and integrity. Those are the vibrations that money wants to be around. Let's see what else we got. That's right there. I don't want to be a millionaire is proving you're in the wrong mindset. Get it and use it appropriately. Exactly. Because a lot of people associate money with evil. Yes, that is what I'm referring to when I'm saying that. Yes, God. I didn't realize I suffered low self-esteem for decades. I could never heal until I realized stemming from being bullied most of my childhood. I hug myself daily now. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, and part of it is processing that trauma, giving yourself permission to get angry, give yourself permission to get pissed, give yourself permission to scream and cry. It's never too late to do that, because when you give credence and when you give attention to those emotions, they're able to move through you versus trying to suppress them, trying to move away from them, trying to avoid them. They're going to continue to be right there as the root of your behavior and of your subconscious patterns. So if you are looking, like I said, to have support with any of this, please join us in the Quantum Prayer Circle. I do offer one-on-one coaching containers. I also offer one-on-one, just one-off sessions. If that's something you're interested in, go ahead and check out the link in my bio. Would love to have you in Bali. Baby, it's going down in Bali, and I am bringing my DJ controllers to Bali. We about to be jamming, okay? It's going to be spiritual, and it's going to be, but it's also going to be, okay, we have a good time. We're going to have a good time, okay? I like to have a good time. Are you saving this live? I would love a one-on-one session. I'm absolutely saving this live. All of my lives are posted over on my YouTube page, so you can go ahead and please go subscribe to Yes God Wellness over on YouTube. Also, this live will stay on my Instagram page, and go check out the link in my bio. All of my services that I offer are there. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a DM if you want to know which one would be best for you. Yes, come to Bali, speak it. Go ahead and put that deposit in because it's the early bird pricings. Wow, a song. Thank you, Megan. Thanks for everyone else too. So happy to be here in Megan's world. Yes, God. Waiting for tax return for Bali. Yes, God. That's okay. That's all right, boo-boo. That's good. You know, and because the thing is put your money where your mouth is. Put your attention, more so than your money where your mouth is, put your attention and your actions where your mouth are. Be a person of integrity. Be a person that does what they say they're going to do. And if you're not going to do something, it's okay to say, you know what, I know I said I was going to do that, but I'm not going to do that. Be clear with your communication, okay? That is also being in integrity. Integrity is not forcing yourself to do something you said you were going to do even when you don't want to do it. Integrity is saying, you know what, I know I committed to this, but I'm not going to be able to follow through with this. That is integrity. Okay. How do you feel about closed mouth don't get fed? I believe that, but the mouth is not for someone else. The mouth is to God. A closed mouth to God. You need to be clear about your intentions. You need to be clear with yourself, and you need to be clear with your relationship to yourself, that it's loving, that it's intentional, that it's consistent, that it is compassionate, that it is full of grace, that it is full of self-respect, that it is full of self-worth. Hey from Northern Cali. All right, y'all, I got to jump. I have a client I need to jump on a call with. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I am wishing you all nothing but peace, prosperity, love, relief, redemption, forgiveness, healing, okay, joy, bliss, pleasure, all of the wonderful things, okay, because you deserve it. And you must first start telling yourself that, okay? I love you all, and I will talk soon. Bye-bye. Much love to you too, Shar.